I am going to make a quick video on how to make a fairly large prefab fairly quickly in 7 days to die. Give myself some God mode. It's always a good idea to go ahead and carb load. So I get the red tea and I get the meat because I don't want to die of starvation while making my prefabs. So first thing I'm going to do is pick a nice spot on the map. Let's see what's good. I always choose Navigaine because the Navigaine loads the quickest. Let's just go here and see what's here. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for an area of flatness, which I used to have a lot more of in Navigaine until Madmole went crazy with the designs. Let's see, flat area. That looks promising. Perfect. So it looks like there's already some crap there. I don't really care about that. Because for my purposes, I only need the ground to be flat. I don't really care about existing prefabs, trees, brush, any of that other crap, because it's not germane to what my purpose is. I start off in the southwest corner because from my previous video you know that all prefabs load to the northeast, and then I just alt tab to the editor. New, I'm going to call it testing. I'm going to make it 20 by 20 and I'm going to give it a height of 20. And the height is going to be important because when it spawns in, I actually don't want the tops of the trees to show up. So I want air to just show up. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a solid foundation. So I'm going to choose stone. It's just easier. Click on edit, make sure edit is gone. And I'm going to click my middle mouse button and drag across. And now I have stone. That's layer 0. My second layer is where I actually want to build my, let's say, a building. So I'm going to choose asphalt. Click the middle mouse button. Now I have asphalt. Whoops. Okay, there's my new layer asphalt, right? So now I want to build walls. So I'm going to choose, say, drywall. Say drywall block. Oops. Do it down here. I actually don't know what this is up here for. It doesn't actually work. Blue drywall block. No, let's do drywall block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click drag and then I'm going to just make the entire thing drywall. Then I'm going to click the air block. Go back to the layer I was on and then do the same for the middle. Now what I've done is now I've created a drywall wall. Unfortunately though I put it in the wrong layer. No big deal. So I'm going to go to copy, select the ones I want to copy, highlight the block that I'm on, scroll to the next layer, right click to copy. Now I'm going to change this back to asphalt. Oops, I wasn't in edit so it didn't work. So go back to copy and do it. I'm actually doing these errors on purpose because these are things you're going to go through when you are making prefabs in the editor and you're going to wonder why things don't work. So I'm going to want to make a 4 high wall drywall. Alright, so I'm going to go back to copy again. And from the from the block that I'm first copying from, paste, paste, paste. I'm using the mouse wheel to manipulate the layers here. So I have stone, I have asphalt, I have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I want to go ahead and put a roof. So I'm going to put, was there an asphalt roof? Sure, this seems good. Go to edit, and I'm going to make the roof a little bit bigger. Now I need doors. This is where my air block comes in. I want a door here. Doors have to be too high, so I'll go to the next block and do it. Now I have a door there. Let's see, I'm going to go back to this layer and I want a window here, here, and here. Now the structural integrity of this will probably not work out too well, so I'm going to go ahead and do some drywall blocks inside too. So now I'm going to go ahead and draw more walls. So this is actually my floor level. I'm going to make a room over here, a room over here, Let's see, a room over here and a room over here. And use air to determine, let's see, I want to go ahead and copy this because I want to go to the next level. So same thing, same thing. This way, all my walls are the same height as the outside wall. I'm going to go ahead and show you what happens when you don't do it. I'm going to go ahead and delete these walls. So what I have here is I have my first layer, I have walls. Second layer, I have full walls over here, but no walls over here. Third layer of walls, and then my roof. Now I'm going to put indoors in these as well. Go back to the air block. I want a door here, 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 and here. Same thing, doors need to be too high. It's here, here, and here. Now, generally speaking, I only like to do blocks in the editor first. And this saves a whole lot of trouble of me having to clear the grass, lay all these bricks, because it takes a very long pain in the butt time, build the walls, blah, 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 boring, boring, boring. This is basically my foundation. So it's called testing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and save it, go back into the game, and then bring it in. And then, oops, I forgot to lower it by the 2 blocks. That's my stone, and then that's my asphalt. No problem. I'm going to stand in that corner. Now, you see up here, it tells me the coordinates that I inserted the last one in. So I want to go 2 lower on the y coordinate. So minus 1089. Oops, can't type today. To 79, and then the same other coordinate. There, much better now. Now there's my building. And as you can see, here's the door that the rooms that I created. And remember how I accidentally forgot to put my bricks here? I mean, on the other side of the layers? No problem. I can go fix that. I can even be inside the prefab when I do it. Copy. And I want this one. And I also didn't like what its window was. So I'm going to change that to an air block as well. And I didn't like this one. It just wasn't centered right. I want this a double door. Now it's more symmetrical. File, save, go back to the editor. BBB IP 10, let's see, testing 10 9 79 16 55. Now I'm using the same coordinates that I used up here, and I can actually be in here at the same time. Ta-da! See? Oops, I forgot to put that up there. Same thing. Drywall block, place it, file, save, here, BB, testing, 1089, 79, 1655. Now this message is fairly new. I don't remember seeing this before. I used to have to write this down on pen and paper, and I would always mix it up and shift it over one. It was real pain in the butt, so I'm glad that it now says the last one. Alright, so it says prefab. Can't see the prefab area. Did I forget to save it? I probably did. Now I'm trying to get Hal to write me something where I can hit the up arrow and it'll just put in the last thing. Oh, I forgot to put IP. Boom. There we have it. Now what I would do is I'd go in and decorate with my doors. I don't do doors in the editor because I find it to be a pain in the butt because you never know what's going to be over here, over here. Alright, looking pretty good, right? And because you never get the rotations right in the editor because the rotations are not standardized. Like this rotation is having it point so that it's facing outward to north, right? I go over here and it's facing west. You just never know what that is, right? And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and claim this. Testing. And I forgot I have my prefab size setting to like 151, so I probably should change that. Anyway, file, load exported area, 7 days to die, saves, Navisgain, prefab, block backup, oops, users, testing. Yes, I already have one called testing because I use that one a lot. Let's see, scroll this bad boy back. And go try to find my prefab in this mess. There it is right there. So let's see, I want to get rid of layers 0 through 78. While it's cooking. And then 6 through 175. And then cut it down. And I actually have a purpose for doing this. I know I did it in my last video. But I want to show you what I mean by the rotations. So when you're looking at the actual window rotations, you can click Info, and you can click on the block, right? This is rotation 3. Well, what does 3 mean? I have no idea. This was rotation 1. Well, aren't they technically facing the same direction? What's the difference between 1 and 3? This was rotation 0. I don't know what any of that crap means from inside the editor, but I do know what it means inside the game. So overall, what I do is I build the big parts, the part that's going to take me a long time, my foundation, my walls, my ceiling, my openings, and all that inside the editor. Pull it in, do my touch-ups in here. Let's see, and then now I have my windows and my doors and all that. So that way, when I go somewhere else, and I forgot to do the Y offset again, now my doors are here. And my windows. $59, $79, $16, $77. There. Now you'll see a common error here. What happened is I actually have layers. This number of layers on this prefab that I resaved after I exported it is only 5 high. Well, because I had placed it so much higher on the last insert, it actually kept that roof. And you can see, there it is. So what I need to do to get rid of that is add some more layers. So I have my roof, prefab, add layers. I'm not going to click it. I'm going to highlight it until this comes up. Add multiple layers. I'm going to see I'm on 5, and I'm going to add, say, 5 layers. Now these higher layers are all air blocks. Well, I don't know what's going on there. 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I should have chosen 6, not 5. So I'm going to copy this, paste it there. Oops. Choose air, change it back to edit, paste it here. So now I have my stone, my asphalt, my bottom layers, my roof, and then a whole bunch of air blocks above that. Because air blocks is checked, it's going to save those. So now, when I reinsert it again, no more extra roof. Oh, let's see, I want to add something else here. Let's see, would it be cool? And I really want to make this another story, right? So I'm going to make this drywall block. Damn it. I wish this window was wider. Let's see, so I want to add something like, see, right about here, right? Air. And I always accidentally hit my mouse wheel. So I want to copy this a few times to the next layer, to the next layer, to the next layer. And then one more layer, and then drywall block, edit again, roof, save it. There we go. Here's my new roof. I want stairs. Stairs are something I place inside the game. So I would put stairs because they have that same rotation issue. Oops. Ah, crap. And then you would see that that's how I basically go back and forth between the editor and the game, re-importing, re-exporting. I don't normally need to do it this many times, but the general idea is again to, in the editor, make your foundation, the stuff that takes a long time. I mean, it would have taken me a long time to clear all this grass, right? And then do your touch-ups inside the game, and then re-import back to the editor. Now, I did create a prefab that really helps me out. Check this out. I use this one a lot. It's a 20 by 20 air block that basically just gives me flat ground, clear out the grass. Anyway, that's a quick tutorial of how I make prefabs.